I am working with vintage lace today. And vintage lace is really one of the original textiles that I started working with over 30 years ago when I started designing. I grew up in the 60s in Southern California, and it was just part of our language to have vintage lace around and make things out of it and do cute little tops and dresses, and so it really, when I found the fabric again, I just was so drawn to it. And I started off I didn't know how to sew, so I just started off putting it together, and my original style and body was actually a caftan. Simple, beautiful. And then I started thinking about how I could change the color and dyeing it. So when you dye things by hand, it's so beautiful because you get all these amazing different colors. And I really like a piece like this. Today is actually one of my favorite kind of designing days because I didn't really have anything planned, and I started going through my vintage lace and I just started concocting things together. So I've actually done quite a few pieces today. Let me show you one that I'm absolutely in love with. This is this really cute, flirty, it can be a tunic, it can be a dress, vintage lace, and I kind of made my own lace out of it because I added this gorgeous lace to it to make it more of a unique lace, because this was a plainer cotton lace. Always work with cotton, never synthetics. The other thing I love about cotton lace is it hand dyes really well. So in this instance, I found this really beautiful piece of lace that I hadn't used, that's all hand dyed. You can see the different textures I have a certain technique, which I'm not giving away, which will help the dye to be different colors in different places. And a lot of people may say like, oh, it's not dyed correctly. For me, that's part of the art. The other part of the art for me is really letting the piece kind of speak to me. And I do feel like that's why I am an artist more than I am a clothing designer, because I don't really have any judgment about, like I had no idea that I was going to put white lace on top of this beautiful indigo. And then I thought, oh, let's just throw it on there. First of all, I threw this one on, the tanner one. And then I was like, yeah, I love it. And then I thought, oh, let's just throw the white on here. Now I'm looking at this and I think it's fantastic. So I don't have any judgment about what I'm doing in a piece like this. I just go the way it's going. I just let this fabric really speak to me. And it's such a gift when it comes out and suddenly I'm like, okay, now this piece is mine and I want it. Another thing is, so this one had a little tear in it, because when you get older vintage lace, I mean, that's just part of what it is. That's my machine. So I used to try to repair it. Well, when you repair it, you can see where you repaired it. Unless you're like, look, how impossible would that be to bring that lace back to life? So what I kind of do is a lot of times I'll find another piece of lace that I will use to kind of camouflage where it actually is worn. Let me show it to you on. So I call this piece a circle vest, kind of because it's made on a circle. You can see how it hangs and it's flattering. You can belt this piece. It's flattering on every body type. This could be a beach cover up. I mean, this can be many things. The best thing that it is, though, it's very soft. It feels like it's been loved and worn. It's not perfect. It's not trying to be anybody. It's just being itself. And I think that when we enjoy ourselves and our lives, this is part of what makes us shine, is showing up in something unique. I think this will be amazing with denim. So as an artist, the biggest tip is not to judge yourself. Keep going. I never throw anything out. pretty much, I don't think in my whole career, I pretty much have not thrown anything out. I put a lot of things on sale and not gotten full price for them, and also given them away, but I don't throw things out. And I never leave the studio without whatever I'm working on completed, because what I feel like the energy of that creation is in that day. And I know that's one of the reasons I'm successful, is because I don't compromise there. I don't know if these tips helped you. I hope so.